Hey there, in this episode, we're talking about the Chinese New Year. It's going to be here before we know it, so let's set up our spaces to really celebrate and usher in all those good vibes. Welcome to Revive Thriveology. I help women transform their lives by harmonizing their living space through holistic home practices. I'm your host, Lisa Morton. Hello, and welcome to this episode of Revive Thriveology. I'm your host, Lisa Morton. Today, we're talking about the Chinese New Year. If you're new to celebrating this, which really it's become bigger and bigger in recent years, I'm going to teach you all about it. We're going to talk about I have three main points in today's episode. We're going to talk about what it is. We're going to talk about why you should celebrate it and how you should celebrate it and how I encourage my clients and my followers, my members of my groups to celebrate it and honor it. And also I'm going to give you a whole bunch of tips of how you can prepare your space to celebrate this holiday and usher in and take advantage of all this great energy that's going to be happening that day. Let's really set up our spaces to provide for an amazing year for us. Are you ready? Here we go. Let's jump in. So the Chinese New Year is also known as Spring Festival. Okay, and this year it is going to be on Saturday, February 10th. So go ahead, pull out your phones, make a note, write it down on a Post-it. You're going to want to put this in your calendar, okay? All right, you're all got your notes in. Here we go. So this date is really determined by the lunar calendar. So we typically, in the U.S., we use a Gregorian calendar. So this is a different calendar system. This holiday is the second full moon after the winter solstice. So if you're a moon phase follower, and you listen to all those Maggie Kitsch episodes with our astrologer friend, Maggie, you're going to understand this, but it's the second full moon after the winter solstice, okay? And the celebration can last up to 16 days. I only really celebrate it for one day. I really make it this point as this culmination, which I'll get into. But you can celebrate it for many days if you want. So let's talk about this Chinese zodiac, which everybody's like, what's this dragon mean? What's going on? So there's a Chinese zodiac animal associated with each year. And you can research this. It goes into series. And here's what's cool. So you've heard me talk about yin and yang, right? And if not, yin is something that's an energy that's very still and small and quiet and peaceful. And something that's yang is very loud and active and party dancing, red lights, wild time, right? Okay. So last year was the year of the yin water, which is also fluid, rabbit. And this year we're moving into, you got your seatbelt on, we're moving into the yang wood dragon. So yang, very active, very wild. And then bring in the wood element. The wood element is all about growth and moving forward and moving upward, right? And then you add in the dragon, which is really powerful. So think about that in terms of what we can expect this year. It might get a little wild, right? So that's why I'm telling all my clients to really get grounded, prepare your space to stay grounded this year. If you need help, make sure you sign up for I have a free newsletter that goes out every month with tips, with information. So make sure you head over to my website to sign up for that. So let's get into why I love to celebrate this holiday, why I encourage all my clients, my followers, and my groups and members to celebrate this. So at the beginning of the year, perhaps you took part in my yearly vision board workshop. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you just did a vision board on your own, or you just kind of brainstormed your goals for the year. I've always been a big believer that, and we have the holidays, right? We have Thanksgiving, and then we move into the Christmas season and all these winter holidays. And then all of a sudden there's the new year. How am I supposed to even have time to think about goals, New Year's resolutions? There's so many things going on. I know I don't have time to sit and do a vision board so that it's ready to go on January 1st. And I hear that a lot from other people. So years back, I implemented this practice of starting a vision board workshop, and we do it in early January. You don't have to have anything done by January 1st, right? We start the year. We start thinking about what we want, what's important to us. We put it on paper. So maybe you don't want to cut and paste a vision board, and that's totally fine. You can also do a virtual vision board, an electronic on your computer, which is also fun because then you can put it on your computer background screen. You can put it on your phone. If you want to learn how to do this, I have a download for you. Shoot me a message. Send me a message. Ask for the vision board, the download, and I have tips. I have a guide how to teach you how to do it in Canva. And Canva's free. You can get a free account with Canva. Super fun. The other thing is writing down your goals. If you don't want to create anything visual, at least write them down. Take 10 minutes to write it down, because I'll tell you one thing, and after you've written them down, you'll agree. If you have all these thoughts and ideas floating around in your head, and then you put it on paper, you're almost always going to realize they're going to shift a little bit. Because when they're floating up here, it's just a different approach. And when you put pen to paper and actually write these goals down, you're going to see how different it might be. It's fascinating. So do something for your goal setting for the year. But here's the cool part. So we get, like I think my clients we've got like a month that we've been, before this Chinese New Year, because then we use the Chinese New Year as like the kickoff. I'm a big believer of thinking about goals, setting goals, preparing for those goals. However, sometimes we have to tweak. That's why I like this month or so to experience it, to work towards those goals. Maybe we have to refine. Maybe getting up every day to go to the gym at 6 a.m. is not going to work for you. Maybe you need to go every other day, and that needs to be your goal. Make it a goal that's attainable. Don't just make these outlandish goals that aren't going to work for you, your body, your family, your lifestyle. And so that's what's so great about this month-long period. So if you haven't done any vision boarding, any goal setting, this is your reminder. Take some time, write your goals, and then work towards them. Dive in right now, and you have until February 10th to refine as needed. All right, so who's ready for some fun things? I have so many fun things that I guess these are things that I've personally implemented in my own celebration, or I've recommended to clients. So there's so many other things you can do, but these are my favorites. So here we go. Here's how to celebrate the 2024 Chinese New Year. So number one is fill your pantry and your kitchen with lots of fresh and healthy, vibrant fruits, vegetables, healthy food, okay? The kitchen represents health and wealth. So very important, okay? So first go in and clean out the pantry. I know I often will find something in the very back. I actually found a whole box, it was so sad, of this delicious cocoa. The box was hidden in the very back of the pantry, and it was all old and expired, and I had to toss it. But it was so delicious. It was a really good kind of cocoa. But dig through your pantry. Clean it out. Toss expired food. If it's something you're not going to get around to eating, donate it somewhere. Take it to a food pantry. Where I live, there are these really great locker systems around town, and you can put food in. So check out, see where you can take that. Also check in with your refrigerator, clean it out, refresh it, wipe down the drawers and the shelving, and then replace with really good healthy food. Make sure everything is also showing abundance. So if you have a canister with you put your pasta in there and there's just a little bit, not even like a full serving of pasta, let's start fresh, right? Fill the canister. I want you to go through and refill your flour container. If you have a Cheerios box and there's a couple pieces left, get rid of that, snack on those pieces really quick, and then get rid of the box. Put a fresh new box. I want your pantry, your kitchen, and your refrigerator to show abundance. Okay, that's number one. Let's dive in. My next one is citrus fruit. Oranges are excellent symbolism for the Chinese New Year. And I actually read this. I took a note that the Chinese often celebrate the New Year by rolling oranges into the house. They see this as a symbol of gold. How fun is that? No, you don't have to roll oranges into your house. Maybe grab a bowl. Again, fill it full with some beautiful, colorful oranges. I mean, how nice is that to walk into your kitchen and see a bowl of color right there? Also, following numerology, 8 or 9 oranges in a bowl will definitely show like abundance and invite in prosperity into your life. So go pop at the store, pick up a big bag of oranges. On to our next one is buy a plant. You guys know I'm always telling you to buy plants because I love to give you an excuse to buy another plant. But this can be really symbolic. Find a plant, maybe a jade plant, a money tree, something that can be very symbolic for this upcoming year. If you're looking to make a lot of money, there you go. There's your money trees just for you, or the jade plant. Maybe a peace lily. Maybe you're looking for a slower pace in your day-to-day and peaceful, and peace lily says it right there. So find a plant that you can bring in, put in a beautiful container, put it in a great space that you can see all the time. And this can symbolize this fresh start of this fresh new year. My next tip is to check in with your front door. I know you've heard me say this a million times. If not, keep listening. But if you've heard this a lot, this is just a reminder. Check in with your front door. So while it might not, it's not spring where I am. It's still snowy and cold. But take this time to clean up, refresh around your front door. Clean up any debris, shake out any type of welcome mat. And this is also a great time to bring in something red to your front door to really draw in that energy. I have a beautiful wreath with red flowers on it and a big red bow. It's kind of wintry, but it's also red, and so it's just perfect. If you don't have something, make something. Find a cool sign that has some red on it, some pops of red to really draw in that energy. My next tip here is, number 5 is hang a new calendar. It's a great time to start fresh and get a new calendar. And you might not do a paper calendar, but maybe you do some sort of planner or some sort of journal. I feel like this has shifted. We used to do the calendars. I don't know about you. I always had the desk calendar. It took me a long time to get away from that desk calendar because I just loved having everything so visible. But now you can start thinking about other ways that you plan and coordinate your day. How can you refresh that? So if you need a planner, a 2024 planner, I've got a beautiful planner that I created along with my astrology friend, Maggie Kitch. Reach out, let me know. Go to my website. You can learn more about it too. So refresh that calendar, planner, journal, your day-to-day system for tracking things. And maybe that's even going in your phone and changing a background color on the calendar screen or something, okay? Go for red. That's my trick. Go for red. Here we go. I love this one. Number 6 is check in with your wallet, your purse. Check in. Take a look. Are you respectful of your money? More money, wealth, and abundance is not going to flow towards you if you have crumpled up dollar bills, if it's messy, if maybe your credit cards are backwards and upside down and shoved in a little compartment. Take time to check in and really show respect for money. I like to align all my dollars. They're beautiful. If I have any cash, just maybe a 10, a couple 5s and a couple 1s for tips or something. Make sure they're lined up beautifully, in order, all facing the right direction. Check in with any credit cards. Are they aligned correctly? And maybe go on your phone. Is everything organized? Do you need to update anything? Do you need to update any passwords to access anything, regarding your money? Are the account numbers correct? Are the PIN numbers still good? Do you need to, maybe it's a time to check in with security and reset a PIN or a password for your bank account or something. But show respect. I also like to give this as an opportunity for you to go buy a new purse, a new wallet, because why not? Start fresh. I always like to get a new wallet this time of year. Of course, red is always recommended. I'm not really a big red clothing dress person. But I picked something that feels very luxurious to me. Last year I found this really beautiful cobalt blue wallet with like this gold metal kind of thing on the front, and it felt very luxurious. Kind of had this big plaque thing on the front of the wallet, and it was so pretty. So that felt very luxurious to me. So go find a new purse. This is your permission slip to go shopping and buy a new purse, buy a new wallet, wherever you store. Maybe it's just a credit card holder that's really nice. You want to hold your cards that you carry with you. Next is invite a toad into your house. And if you're like me, you don't really want a toad, and it's too cold for toads, but you can have a money toad statue, little figurine that you place just inside your front door. So you want to place them just inside, and you want to face them. I know there's a lot of confusion, and I've even had to dig through some confusion over the years, but you want them facing inward towards the house. So they're not looking at the front door, but they're looking towards the center of the home. So these money toads, if you've never seen one, it's a little figurine with a little coin in its mouth. And sometimes the coin can be tricky to get it to stay just right. Or maybe you have little ones that like to take the coin. And I think we had a while back, one of my nieces would take the coin and like put it in a different space because she thought she was funny. So we'd always have to find the coin and put it back. But this is an excellent way to invite money, wealth, abundance into your space. If you need a money toad, if you're trying to find one, let me know. I have more information on my website about those as well. We got 2 more. Number 8 is feed the birds. Birds really lift the energy, and they're excellent Feng Shui. They're believed to bring good news. Good news, whatever that means. Good news for your year. Maybe you're going to make a lot of money. Maybe you're going to get your dream job. So let's invite in the birds. Fill up your feeders. If you're a bird person, go put food out, especially it's winter. Refresh. Maybe just clean up your bird feeders or clean up around the bottom. All right. And here's the last one. I want you to have fun, and I want you to celebrate, because a happy, cheerful, excited home filled with happiness and joy, that just lifts the energy and draws more energy towards you. So, hey, it's a good excuse to plan a party. Have your girlfriends over and have a game night and drink champagne. Or have some couples over and you can, have fun, play charades or something. And celebrate this new year, okay? This is a great time, again, to honor and prepare for this year. Remember to check in with those goals and things you wanted. How can you refine? How can you reassess so that when we jump in on February 10th, you can really, really have them be really positive for you? All right, friends, that is my episode on the Chinese New Year. Again, Saturday, February 10th. If you guys have any questions about anything I went over today, please reach out. I'd love to connect further. And also, while you got a second here, pop over and give me a good review on my website. I would so appreciate a review on the podcast here. You can go wherever you listen to podcasts and leave a review. And I'm always here if you need me. You guys take care and Happy New Year. I'd like to thank our production company, Coraggio Media, the WELT 95.7 studios, and our sponsor, Good Chi. For more information, follow the link in the show notes. Be sure to hit like, hit the subscribe button, and leave us a 5-star review. If you want to connect, find us on Facebook, and be sure to let me know what topics you'd like to hear about. Thank you so much for listening. See you next time.